Hey guys, this is Coach Lou, and I want to welcome you to another great video for the Resistance. And right now it is about 1:30 in the morning. I just finished Body Beast bulk back. I'm in what's called the bulk stage, the bulk block of Body Beast. It's sort of like the middle of the 3 months. It's the last week of this part of the program. And after I get done with this week, I go on to the Beast Block. And what I'm supposed to do in the Beast Block is cut my calories down. I actually did that this week, and I'm happy I did that. I feel much better about myself. Um, they tell you right up front in Body Beast that you're going to take in a lot of calories, and you should expect to gain a little bit of fat as you're building in muscle, which is exactly what happened. And I'm all for that, but I think I'm ready to get a little shredded now. I'd like to try that, take that in that direction. So the exciting thing for me is that I know that in the Beast block, the workouts are more intense. The longer workouts come back into play, and you alternate each week. So I'm really expecting that that's going to be the stage that really makes the whole thing come together for me. And I'm very, very happy to be doing that. I want to welcome all the new members to the Resistance that we've gotten over the last couple of weeks. It's great having you guys, and I want to take a few moments to just talk about a few general things. Firstly, I'm very happy that many of you jumped on the bandwagon with getting accountability partners. If you have someone in the group that you can develop a lasting friendship with, and just privately message each other each day, or if you want, even call each other, it will it will help you get the best results possible. And how is it going to do that? You're going to have like a buddy, like a swimming buddy, someone who's going to make sure that you don't drown, that you don't sink into the muck. And this is crucial to getting great results. When you have someone who is able to be on your level, doing the same workouts as you, and kind of setting the bar for the example that you have to follow, that really does help you. Now, my role is to crack the whip. It's to motivate you. It's to be your friend. It's to be your Dutch uncle. But I can't be there in the off hours. So that's where this idea comes into play very successfully. Again, this is a great way to have someone that you can kind of become like the dynamic duo with, and that's going to really help you get some really wonderful results. The other thing I want to talk about is I think a lot of you are doing very well in regard to keeping positive. But sometimes, every so often, somebody in a group will have a pitfall. You'll trash a diet. You'll have a problem with your nutrition, or you'll lose a week of workouts. And sometimes it's for reasons that you can't help, like something involving work, or maybe you have school, maybe you have finals. Maybe you have to go to a wedding. Maybe you have to go to a funeral, or maybe you have to do something that involves moving. And whatever it is, it's a life happens moment, and it's going to stop you dead in your tracks. And the important thing to do when that sort of thing happens is try to keep your nutrition clean. If you're gonna miss significant workouts, at least eat clean, cut back your calories a bit, do anything you can to stay active. You can walk. If you're away for business, if you're traveling, you can use a gym at the hotel. If you're at a relative's house, maybe they have a Wi-Fi, whatever the heck it's called. I'm laughing because my daughter and I call it a "we're fat." So anyway, but you can do anything to stay active, and that's going to help you burn calories. This way, when you come back on the wagon, you don't have to fix two broken records, two broken motors, let's say. You only have to focus on getting the workouts back in gear, but your nutrition will already have been clean. Many of the older members remember that back in February, I had a bad back problem. It was all the result of sleeping on a bad mattress. I totally twanged my back, and I had to stop P90X2 for almost 3 weeks, and it made me very miserable. But I kept my calories in check. I ate less. I was eating salad unbelievably throughout the day. I was in a lot of pain. I couldn't even walk. I had to lie down on my back. It was just agony. And then when I got better, all I had to do was just jump back into the workouts. I didn't have to say, oh, now I got to eat less too, or I have to eat better. I'm so used to eating cheeseburgers. I bypassed that stage altogether. And that's what I want you to do. If you have a situation where life happens, try to eat in the best way possible. You know, all of these programs come with some phenomenal nutrition plans. If you've lost your plan, let me know. I'll try and help you. Don't forget, you can get the meal planning feature with club membership in Team Beachbody. It's a great asset. It really does lay out the foundation for what you have to buy, what you have to do, and what you have to cook and eat every day. Um, if you need a digital copy of the P90X guide, I have that from the Beachbody website. I can give you that link, and we have the same for Insanity. But at the end of the day, there's some common sense principles. I mean, you pretty much get the gist of what you should and shouldn't be eating. There's an old joke in a couple of pictures I put that the longer the shelf life of a food item, the shorter yours will be. That basically means you want to steer clear of processed foods, anything that has an ingredients list that's almost as big as a index card, or basically anything that has names you can't pronounce. Foods are processed so that they can be shipped without spoiling in mass quantity across the country, around the world, blah blah blah. But if you can stick to local produce, vegetables, if you can eat lean meats, if you like dairy, if you can have skim milk, if you're vegan, if you can do everything you can to take in the right amount of protein and calcium with your vegetables, if you're if you have a problem with wheat, if you eat gluten-free foods, whatever it takes, just eat the right foods during that period, and you can thank me later. The Now, let's say you totally trash everything. Let's say you screw up your nutrition. Just just don't look behind. Just focus on the forward part. If It's like swimming. When you swim in a race, if you stop and look behind and see where everyone else is going and how fast they're swimming, if you will, it's going to slow you down even more. So after you have your little ritual of hell with the food, and you finally lock in to the fact that it's time to sit down and do the right thing and eat the right foods, don't dwell on what you did that was bad. Just keep going forward. Just make it a point right there and then that you're going to eat the best way possible. You're not gonna eat bad food anymore. Um, I kind of picked up an expression that makes a lot of sense, and that expression is that one bad meal won't ruin a lifetime of good nutrition, and in the same breath, one good meal won't help a lifetime of poor nutrition. So you have to really do everything you can to treat your bodies like a vintage car model, like you've been like like pretend that you have an uncle and he left you in his will his Dodge Charger or his Porsche or his little red Corvette, whatever you want, and it's in your garage and you drive it, and every day you cover it, and you put it in the garage and you keep it safe and you clean it and you keep all the fluids in check and you put the best gasoline in the model in the engine that you in the car that you can. That's how you have to treat your bodies, because like it or not, we're not going to live forever. I'm sure the afterlife will be wonderful, but for now, you've got 70 years plus or minus to do things right. And the more you take care of your health, the longer you'll live. That's You can't always control that, but you've got a good chance at winning on those odds. I like to personally test myself every day. I think I might frustrate people because I keep posting things I make that are vegan, and then in the next breath I'll be making something that has a great chicken flavor, if you will, with meat in it. I'm not vegan, but I like eating as much in that direction as I can. I never was a big red meat eater. My father was a butcher, and in college, my brothers and I think we stuck it to him the wrong way. We decided to go vegetarian for almost 3 months, and he took that to heart. But I got off that wagon and I started eating meat again when I got engaged because my fiance at the time was a big red meat eater. But I'm I really like to eat basically. I like to eat vegetables. I like tempeh. There's a couple of ways to pronounce that. Tempeh is a soy product. Despite what you might hear, it's much healthier for you than soy tofu because of the way it's made. Don't take it from me. Do your research. You'll see some incredible information about that. I also like to eat a lot of fish. I buy frozen fish, and I try to buy it when it's on sale because fish can be expensive. Um, I make it many different ways. Fish is very easy to prepare. I never really use salt when I cook. I'm big on spices. Different things work well with different meats. If you ever need ideas, you can message me and I'll give you some. As far as meat goes, other than fish, I usually just buy chicken breast. I don't really like to buy turkey meat, meaning I'm not really a big burger person. I never was, so not really a big deal for me. Every once in a while I'll make maybe like a turkey meatloaf or something, but I generally like fish and chicken. As far as vegetables go, leafy greens are very good for you. Um, I'm big on kale. I'm big on romaine lettuce. I'm big on tomatoes. Anything naturally grown, organic is going to be great. That too can be expensive, but just use your use your best judgment. I do most of my shopping in a supermarket when I know that the foods will be at the best prices. In my area, it tends to be Sunday, so that's when I do everything. And I go to Trader Joe's and I buy my tempeh there because it's the cheapest, which is shocking for me because sometimes things are much more pricier there. And I like to buy foods in bulk. I'm big on oatmeal. I'm trying to steer away from wheat right now. I'm starting to see that without eating anything with wheat, it's helping me with digestion, and I'm also looking at that as a way to better my efforts with weight loss. So I'm really just eating, as far as carbs go, I'm eating really just whole cut oatmeal, and I'm buying rice cakes, brown rice cakes. The problem with me and rice cakes is if I buy rice cakes, I have to hide them because I will eat a whole bag, and I don't want to do that. The As far as dairy goes, I kind of gave up dairy over a year ago, and I had a bad incident earlier in the month of October. I made some ricotta Shakeology mixed like a cheesecake recipe, and it was really good. But when you don't use dairy for so long and you start eating it again, you get these flu-like symptoms, and I couldn't breathe, and it made me so miserable. So I think I learned my lesson again, or at least for another year. Um, I want to just talk again about the different things that we're doing in the group. I really hope that all of you like the way the group is handled. I try to keep everything fun and light and airy, but I'm adamant about working out and doing your paying your dues and getting the best results possible. Don't make the mistake of thinking that because I'm a funny person that you're going to have free reign to just use the group as a social media, as a club. We're all here to work out. We're all here to do the best things possible. But that being said, there's something that I talked about a week ago that my coaches and I created. We made challenge groups, and we call them the Team Tough Love Challenge Groups. And we made one for Turbo Fire, P90X, Insanity, Asylum, Body Beast. We're going to get them going for some other things, but the idea is that if someone wants to be in a group besides the resistance, and in this other group, if they want to be treated with a much more military-minded attitude, if you will, if they want more of a push so that they drive themselves to work out harder and get better results, you want to be in one of those challenge groups. Um, the rule for the challenge groups is going to be that you have to post daily. You've got to stay inspired. You're going to have to put progress pictures. You don't have to show skin. I don't care if you take a picture of yourself standing in a crowd. It doesn't matter. But you might be embarrassed about yourself, and I don't want you to sacrifice your vanity for that. But you've got to be diligent about this. And I also want to make a point that you'll also have the option of taking advantage of the contest that Team Beachbody has, where if you log in your workouts, you can win daily prizes if you're randomly picked, and the daily prizes are $500. But it goes a step further. If you want to submit your results, and if you want to take what's called the Team Beachbody Challenge, meaning you're doing a Team Beachbody program and you're taking Shakeology, you have a shot at winning prizes that go beyond 500, $1,000 or $5,000 or $25,000 or $100,000. And what they'll do is if you win the $25,000 prize or the $100,000 prize, you're pretty much going to go to the Coach Summit next year in Vegas. And what they also do is if one of my teammates wins the $25,000 or the $100,000 prize, the coach is also awarded a prize that's 5% of the value of that prize. It's not 5% of your prize. It's like if you win 100,000, I supposedly win 20,000. But what I'm gonna do is, I'm sorry, I win 5,000. I apologize. What I'm gonna do is take anything I win, and I'm gonna donate practically all of it to a charity of your choice. So that will help you drive yourself harder to try and win this great prize. I don't have the details fully worked out on that. I want to try and put this together in such a way that it encourages current members of the group to want to join. It encourages people to still stay active in the resistance. It encourages people to drive themselves harder in these challenge groups. Plus, when new people want to join, if they feel that they don't want to be part of such a big group, they can now be part of a smaller group. But this is I think a great idea. I think it's gonna be invented as it goes, if you will. Sometimes you don't have everything ironed out, and it's it all the kinks will be worked out over time as we go through this. This is a really great opportunity. Think of these challenge groups as sort of like extra study, extra help, if you will. If you're getting so-so results, this is where you want to be. And these challenge groups are not going to be the place where you can post, "Oh dear, I just had a Hershey bar. What do I do?" Because if we see that you're not really sticking to your music, if you're not playing along with the rest of the band, you're going to be ousted from the challenge group, and you're just going to, you're still going to be in the resistance. But again, the challenge group is much more hardcore. It's called Team Tough Love because tough love is about telling you, cut the crap, instead of, oh, try and do better next time. That's what it's going to be about. So you're going to get like the evil Coach Lou in the challenge groups, and I think that's going to be fun. Well, that's pretty much what I wanted to cover for tonight. Um, this hurricane is messing up my whole schedule. Obviously, I didn't have to stay throughout the day at my day job. I'm also in an architecture firm. I don't have to go in tomorrow. And as long as I have power, I'm going to try and stay connected with the group. Ironically, my cell service conked out. I don't have a cell phone. I'm really eager to see if my family is okay. I'm sure they're fine. That being said, you guys have a great night. Wherever you are, stay safe. Dig deep. Bring it. Push on my cue. Zigzag knees. Whatever it takes. Just do the best you can. If you make yourselves if you set the bar for yourselves higher than you think you can, you'll reach these new planes. You'll discover you're capable of so much. Don't ever give up on yourself, because I'm never going to do that. So God bless you all, and you guys have a great night.